Welcome back to Video Game News. As always, this is Goku-san DBZ. Hard to believe now we are at the half point of May already in 2022, which is mind-blowing to me. Enjoy the music in the background from Silent Hill 2. Also, first up, 5 I decided recently put together for some games of the 8th console generation recommendations, or more specifically, from the 2010s, but games I recommend. 5 games to play in 2022 I think are criminally underrated and should play them if you get the chance. At 5, Dead or Alive 6. At 4, Skullgirls Second Encore. 3, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. 2, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. At number 1, Soul Calibur 6. Those are, in my opinion, 5 games I highly recommend checking out and playing in 2022 because you can pretty much get all the DLC and everything, and the prices are very reasonable for the game. Well, except for May Grand Blue because it didn't get a massive physical release. With that said, also in game news, Microsoft is celebrating, believe it or not, Minecraft getting ready to celebrate its 13th anniversary. Yes, Minecraft has been around now 13 years. 2009 it would originally be first launched. Hard to believe, and many years, and now I have like 7 versions of Minecraft. Which, by the way, in the future sometime I'm planning on doing a casual, just relax, laid back type. Maybe like play some Minecraft, discuss, and talk about like game topics or other things going on in nerd culture at the time. So, if you like Minecraft or just want to relax and can enjoy in the background the Minecraft music, there's something. So, with that said, also, Blizzard hires a veteran former executive from Disney as new vice president of Blizzard. Also, WWE signs a major deal for a wrestling RPG game, which I'm gonna be curious how that's gonna work. Should be interesting. Also, New Horizon Forbidden West patch tackles many issues with progression blocks as well as visual shimmering and many other technical issues. Also, Summer Game Fest has been confirmed for June the 9th, around the time that would normally be E3. So, I'll be curious since, of course, the ones basically running Game Fest is, of course, the same people who run the Video Game Awards show. Also, AEW Fight Forever gets 2 more wrestlers in PC version. Also, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time remake development gets shifted to the original developer. So that's good news at least. Also, here's a few things quick. Regular stats and ratings among critics, a few recently released games. First up, Arise, a simple story definitive edition. You could already play on other platforms a few years ago, but it just now recently got a Nintendo Switch port. A cool looking indie game. It has an 81% critic score, no user yet. Now, other ports though, PC has a 79% critic, a 7.5 user. Xbox One has an 80% critic and an 8.1 user. PS4 has an 80% critic and 7.8 user. Also, Salt and Sacrifice, which of course takes place in the same universe as Salt and Sanctuary, which is a heavily influenced 2D style version of like Dark Souls. Best way to put it. If you like good difficulty indie games, well, here's the game to check out. If you haven't played Salt and Sanctuary, I recommend getting it, but if you're interested, check out Salt and Sacrifice. PC version has a 73% critic, no user, no info on PS4 or PS5 versions so far. Also, we have another game called Chernobyl Light, based on obviously things involving Chernobyl, much like the Stalker games. But with that said, PS5 version has a 77% critic, 6.8 user. PS4 has a 60%, though critic, that's 17 points lower. That's pretty bad. User, though, is a 7 out of 10, so it's actually better. Also, PC has a 75% critic and an 8 out of 10 user. Xbox One has an 82% critic and a 6.9 user. Series X has no critic but has a 9.3 user. That's pretty impressive. Also, Chinatown Detective, if you're into detective-like games, here's a game to check out. A Chinese detective agency. Xbox One version has a 68% critic, a 2.6 though user. That's pretty bad. PC has a 67% critic and a 4 out of 10 user. Switch, no info yet on critic, has only a 2 out of 10 user, so that's actually pretty bad. Critics liked it a lot more, it looks like. Also, last bit of information in movie news. This is for the weekend of May the 6th to May the 8th. Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore ended up dropping 48.7% from weekend prior and would add an additional $4,264,000 domestically. Also, Sonic 2 would go from second place to third place, a drop of 47.8%, would make an additional $6,019,000, and worldwide brings its total now to, at least as of last weekend, $349 million. So it's doing very well. It's arguably already in the top 10 most successful video game movies of all time globally, number 1 domestically. So congratulations to Sonic 2. Also, in news, of course, a recently released new family animated film called The Bad Guys. It would end up seeing a drop of 41% from weekend prior. Second weekend, it would make an additional $9,573,000. And then Doctor Strange, opening weekend last weekend, it would open to a box office of $187,420,998. That's quite good, versus almost double of the previous film, though. To be fair, I'm not surprised, because the first Doctor Strange film was superb, and the fact of MCU films, the original Doctor Strange was my number 4 favorite MCU film. And the fact I'm a big uber fan of Benedict Cumberbatch, thanks to shows like, of course, Sherlock, which I highly recommend checking out that show. But with that said, worldwide, Doctor Strange opened to a worldwide total of $449,778,998. So around $450 million. That's quite impressive. I would say by this weekend that's going on right now, it's probably going to end up making it to like 500 and some, close to probably 600 million, if not more. Wouldn't be surprised. It's arguably the most successful recent MCU film, and I'm not surprised because you have arguably one of the greatest directors of all time directed, of course, this film, which is arguably one of my top favorite directors of all time, that being, of course, Sam Raimi, which did the original Spider-Man trilogy. as well as Army of Darkness and many other great films involved, and of course Bruce Campbell. So, with that said, that is it for this is an edition of Video Game News. Stay tuned for another future top 20 criminally underrated games list I'll be working on. Probably, I would say, probably the week in after next, I will be doing that. So, with that said, I will be, though, doing 20 underrated, or in my opinion, 20 criminally underrated games of the 6th console generation. So, with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe. Hopefully, enjoyed the Silent Hill music in the background. And I'll see you all again soon enough. And if you get a chance, check out my secondary channel. Right now, I'm doing some special survival kit vlogs on stuff. Some recommendations of things, price range, and what you get in some of the survival kits. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Until then, stay safe out there, and our prayers and is with the people of Ukraine as well as people in Russia. And also a lot of the stuff going on also right now in China. Our hearts go out to the innocents in those countries. See y'all again soon enough.